Hi everyone, it's Suzette here for day number 2 of 31 Days of Horror, and today we are going to watch Phantasm, and I can't remember who directed it, so I'm gonna try and go pick up my phone to read you the plot of it. So the director is Don Coscarelli. Actually, I've showed that movie because the poster of it on Shudder, it's available on Shudder, probably elsewhere. I'll put where else you can find it in the description down below. So the poster, yeah, looked good, and I think it was one of my colleagues, Bobby, and also Chris, I think, who said that's a classic and that's actually a very good movie that I should watch, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. And so the movie, that's Don Coscarelli, I thought a cult movie, but dated from 1979, is a sci-fi horror, and this version has been remastered and restored, so hopefully the quality will be better, because dated from 79, the quality in comparison to now is probably not as good in terms of image. And so the story is, when Mac's parents die, his world is turned upside down, but nothing can prepare him for the late shocking discovery that a mortician, I'm guessing that's for coroner, yes, or morgue person, in brackets the late great Angus Scream, I'm assuming the great director of that period, and his dwarf army have stolen Mac's parents' bodies. Why not? Did we mention flying spheres? What? Flying spheres? Though the surreal scares unfold like a child's bad dream, the terror it evokes is far more real and intense than most fright flicks. So apparently, from what I'm guessing from the summary, it's going to be a bit more scary than like the most movie that are trying to be scary. So like the one was trying to scare you for like through jump scares, something like that. And yeah, so apparently, I think it should have said it's also because this movie was so successful that made 4 more movies. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be real good. And sometimes it's, you know, with movies they make some more, but doesn't mean that it was that good. But usually when they do that, the first one was usually good, like the Saw movie, or like The Hangover, something like that. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be good. I'm gonna warm up my dinner now, which is a very lazy cassoulet. I say very lazy because I wanted to eat a salad, but also while I'm filming this right now, it's July, it's over 30 degrees, and although I should eat the salad more than warming up something, I can't be bothered to make the salad, and this is going to be 2 minutes and then it's done. So yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds for a little bit of that movie. So just in case you were interested, this is what the cassoulet look like. So this is just some beans with some porky stuff and some thingy that we call the petit salé, so it's like some pork again, salty thing. And for a drink, I've got some Oasis with some ice cubes. Yes, that's ice cubes. So c'est l'Oasis tropical, bien sûr, qu'on peut pas voir là, enfin bref. Vous voyez suffisamment, je pense, et vous connaissez, hein. Et voilà, donc maintenant je vais me presser play, ce qui est très français, n'est-ce pas? Et voilà, le film commence, donc Phantasm. So Bad Rubber is the J.J. Abrams company, because they remastered it. They're the ones who remastered it. So it sees very 80s feeling to it. So, well, I don't know what to think of it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was good. I've got to. So yeah, it was good, but not like wow good. It was very interesting, and I've got to say I've got surprised by the ending. I don't know what you think of the ending, and so let's go back to the beginning. So it starts with a death, and then a friend of him comes back to town. The guy who's dead, comes back to town for the funeral, and he's got a little brother he's looking after because the parents are dead, but the little brother is not allowed to go to the funeral because I guess he's too young for that, but he goes anyway because he's a teenager and he only do as he pleases, and so he watches the funeral from afar with a pair of binacles. But while watching the funeral with his binacles, he witnessed something a bit strange. That there's a coffin on the ground, the person who just died, and there's this funeral home person who just picks it up on his own and put it back in the funeral car. I know there's a special word for that type of car, but I don't know it. Comment dire en français? Je ne sais pas. And so because of that, it's a bit strange because how a single person can carry a coffin, and also this man is tall and he's a bit old and he's got this very fair skin, and so it's a bit strange. And there's those flying spheres, just like some flying killing sphere, which is a bit interesting. I've got to say this should have been a bit more exploited in the movie, because it's a part that's very interesting to watch, I guess. And what was a bit strange is that there was some sort of creature, I guess, and that some of those people had yellow blood, and the dwarf army was actually. This is a spoiler. Watch the movie if you want to watch the movie. Stop watching this video, like it before you go, and watch the movie. And so a spoiler is that the dwarf army is actually so the old man is part of something that's stealing corpses to make the corpses reduced, like make the corpses smaller and use them as a dwarf slave army. Army of slaves, dwarf, I guess. And yeah, so they take the bodies, make them super small, and use them as a slave on another planet. Yeah, so that's a bit strange. But I've got to say, this movie was, throughout watching it, I was thinking it's a very interesting on its own, but it will be a bit more interesting as a series. So I'm glad to know that there's 4 other movies, and yeah, so I'm probably gonna watch the 4 movies, not part as of 31 Days of Horror, but just sometime later, because yeah, it's kind of the story behind it, the background behind it is interesting as a universe, and so for that this movie is very interesting. And I've got to say, for the time, it's very well made, beside the blood that's obviously fake, and it was more like a ketchup puree soup kind of thing, like a gazpacho. But yeah, the music as well, which is kind of helpful when you don't know really what the movie is about, tells you when it's about to be spooky or about dangerous, or when someone has got something that is of interest, and which is going to be useful for them in the movie. And yeah, so for that is good. It's an interesting movie, an intriguing one, that's the word. Let's just say that Phantasm was an intriguing movie. Watch it or not. Tell me in the comments what you decide to do, if you like it or not. Like I said just a few seconds ago, like the video if you did, share it on the social media, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell once you subscribe to receive notifications of new videos, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3. Bye!